right. So the chakras mapping to the spiral. I have done this presentation a few different times, and what I find is a lot of people have ideas about how spiral dynamics can map to the chakras, and I think it's a little more artistic, than science. So if my spiral mapping doesn't match with something that you think, just flow with it. Just flow with it. Just say, hey, this is how Bet thinks about it. It's not, we can argue about it over coffee at the ILEA Integral Bodied event in Boulder, and we'll do a dance to see whose spiral mapping to the chakras is the best. But in the meantime, just enjoy and this may also be something new. Maybe you haven't thought about chakras in this way. I did this presentation on Monday, and I feel like people thought it was pretty fun. So enjoy the ride. All right, so you guys already heard about me. All right, so we are going to start. And so I'm going to explain. So the plan is this. I'm going to explain the chakra to the spiral, and then we're actually going to do another meditation where we go through the body. But I'm going to kind of explain what this stuff is, and then so you can sort of map it to the experience that we do in a little while. All right, so let's all find our feet. So find the ground, and just like Tyler had us, let's move our toes around. If you're wearing shoes, you can maybe slip them off if you're in a place where it's not gross and you don't have cat litter all over your floor. If you were in my small group, you'll know what I'm talking about. All right, so we're going to find the ground. So the root chakra goes from the base of the feet all the way up to the middle of the pelvis. So feeling your legs and going up to your sits bones. So trying to sit up nice and tall in the sits bone. That is your root chakra. And I'm not going to be reading the Sanskrit words. I feel that they leave people out because it's complicated and it's too, I think it's too fancy. All right. So root chakra maps to the beige stage in integral theory on the spiral. And the root chakra is security, stability, and survival. And it's our basic physiological needs. So for each of these different chakras, I'm going to be having two questions that we're going to be meditating on a little bit later, but I'm just going to introduce it right now. So there's a personal question. You are human. You are bringing yourself to the world. And the question for this stage is, are you feeling safe and secure? Do you have air? Do you have water? Are you in a place? You can think of Maslow's hierarchy of needs very clearly here. Are you in a place where you are safe? And if you are in the middle of an earthquake or in a famine, you're not going to be able to really be in a place to go and build a product. Okay, so it's just really important. And so when I'm sitting and working with clients on this chakra meditation, it's like if you are not in a place to build something, it's just not going to work. So you really need to first get yourself set up. So from a product point of view, it could be like, are you building a product to help people get fresh water? You could be building something that's water purifying. There's a lot of different things around air, safety, an alarm system. These are the kind of things that could come up from the product point of view. So for each of these slides, I'm going to be talking about personal and then thinking about it from the product. All right, going to the sacral. And again, I'm going to try not to say how much I love every one of these because that's my real problem is I love all of them. And so I get really excited about them. But I really love the sacral so much. So sacral is purple stage in spiral dynamics. It's creativity, relationships, emotional intelligence, tribal, ritualistic, community focused. And it's really uniqueness. I think when you're thinking about coming from the product, either personally or building a product, it's uniqueness. What makes you unique? So personally, are you aware of your personal value and uniqueness in the world? And can you connect with that on a daily basis? Are you having rituals and meditations and parts of your morning, maybe morning routine to connect with your uniqueness and your mission here on this planet? And then with a product, is it differentiated? Is it based on your deep personal knowledge? And I want to just say earlier today I heard this quote, I can't remember who it was, but they said, you need to be building something that only you can build. Just think about, with all the technology and everything we have nowadays, you should not be building a knockoff, right? You need to build something only you can. And you should ask yourself, these are the hard questions in life. What is it that only I could bring to the world? Because of your unique childhood, the unique relationships that you've had, all the skills, all the different stories that have happened to you, your experiences, all of that is going to make you the most unique person. And how can you tap into that? So taking a lot of time to meditate and really discover that special, unique piece of you, that's all sacral chakra. I'm just going to get escalatingly excited as we go. All right, solar plexus. So let's all take our hands and find this point. It's right underneath the rib cage. So find your rib cage. Go ahead and dig in there and bring your hands here. So let's just do a few deep solar plexus breaths, and we're going to be doing a lot more soon. So breathing in, we don't want to be breathing into the shoulders. We want to breathe into the solar plexus. So one more. Nice. And then you can let your hands fall back down. So I was talking with my good friend Karen Voorhees the other day, and we were talking about laughter. Solar plexus is the laughter chakra. It is all about power, that big belly laugh. When we are really breathing into that solar plexus chakra and focus there, we are powerful. So it's confidence, it's personal power, it's decisive action. And it maps to the red stage in the integral spiral dynamics. It's power-driven, assertive, control focus. Now, I think that the integral community has a lot of shadow around red stage, but I think we need to think about it in the other direction. It's healthy boundaries. So personally, are you setting healthy boundaries to make sure that you're meeting your needs? And when you're building a product, for just one example, there could be so many, but are you building automation so that your team is not working all night to support clients, right? So there's a lot of value in understanding how to build healthy boundaries, and that red is going to bring that power to you. All right, let's keep going. Heart chakra. Let's all take our hands to the breastbone. So it's right below the collarbones. So go ahead and bring your hands there and just feel the heart chakra. A lot of people love spending a lot of time in the heart chakra because it just is so lovely and feels so good. So it's mapping to the blue stage, and it's full of love, compassion, ethical responsibility. It also is order and discipline, some moral framework. So this is our community. So as a personal part of this is, who are your people? Who do you resonate with? Who are you serving? Who do you want to be with and serve? And then from a product, it's, who are your customers? And you think about, in the negative way, if you think about a company that doesn't care about their customer, they're someone who's not hooked up to the heart chakra. So the heart chakra has a lot of wisdom around, who do we serve? Why do we love them? Excuse me. How's that purpose coming through us through the heart chakra? Another thing that a lot of people don't know is the heart chakra extends down through the hands. So let's go ahead and take our left hand and run it down your arm that we just warmed up with Tyler. Bring it down to the hands, and then let's run the right arm, the right hand up the left arm. So let's go ahead and take our hands and make fists, and now make strong biceps. Feel that. Yeah, I love it. So when we have strong arms and skillful hands, we're able to serve that community. The hand is the first tool. We took the hand and we added things to it to make tools. When we learn how to paint, how to cook, how to carve something, how to build furniture, or how to code, for instance, how to write an app, this is a skill that we're training our hands. So we want to take that heart chakra of who are we serving and bring it down the arms to bring the skill and the service to those people that we love. And You can tell I'm getting more and more excited. Okay, let's keep going. Throat chakra. Let's all take our hand to our throats. So I've mapped the throat chakra and the third eye. So go ahead and take one of your hands to the throat and one to the third eye. So the third eye is right above the eyebrows. And I'm mapping it to the orange and green. And I know there's a lot here, but bear with me and I'll try to explain. Okay, so throat chakra is communication. It's, are we being clear with our leadership to our team? Are we delivering a vision clearly? And third eye, these are so connected, right? It's intuition, it's the things coming in, it's the thinking, it's also our emotions and our intuition and our knowledge. Everything is coming through here. So orange is, you guys can let your hands come off there. Orange is achievement, data driven, and rationality. And green is empathy and inclusion, human centered. So when we have these two connected, we are going to be able to get data and speak. And it's a cycle, it's a loop where we're really learning and we're doing. We're learning and we're speaking. We're getting more and more refined on the message. So it's really, really valuable. And the other thing is that we need to listen to our emotions. So all the emotions are coming up. It's signal from the body. And I'm actually going to tell you a very quick story right now. When I first became a yoga teacher, I would teach these very large classes in kind of a generic yoga studio. And I had seniors and I had people in their mid-career and I had young people. The young people wanted to do handstands. The mid-career people were just so stressed out. And the seniors wanted to work on stability and getting stronger and balancing. And I was so frustrated and I felt like a failure as a yoga teacher because every time I taught a class, I just had all these emotions of like, I can't believe, how am I supposed to do this? Well, I listened to those emotions instead of saying like, oh, I'm just a bad person or trying to push away the discomfort or drinking or eating a chocolate cake. I said, hey, what if this is a failure of the system? And instead, I actually built a private lesson service where I give private lessons to people and I actually specialize in yoga for seniors and help them build their balance because it's a really big challenge. And I was able to listen to my emotions to discover that. So that's just a very concrete example. So as we're speaking, we need to hone our own voice. And you may hear people talk about it like, oh, what's your message? What's your voice? And in Toastmasters, we talk about this a lot. It's like, what is your voice? It's your own unique voice. You don't want to be mimicking some other spokesperson or some fancy, person out there in the world. You want to have your own message because you are your own unique self. And that voice comes with practice, lots and lots of practice. And then are you practicing listening deeply, listening to your emotions, listening to your mind? All of that is data. We want to get the data, building your intuition. And so personally, it's really working on all of this, honing and building your intuition and your skills. And then with product, it's research, doing something called customer inquiry, where you watch your customer use your product, use your service, watch them in your classes or in your coaching, trying to figure out how can I learn from my what I'm doing to make it better and better, and testing. All right. So I know that was a lot. Crown. So crown, let's all take our hands up. So it's the soft spot when we were a baby. So go ahead and you can tap it. You could massage a little bit. It feels really nice. So the crown chakra is mapped to yellow and turquoise. And now everyone's fixing their hair. All right. So you can either leave it there or you can take it down. Your arms might be tired, especially after all that workout with Tyler. All right. So it's transcendent. It's the universal connection to the higher purpose. Yellow is system thinking, agility, integration. Turquoise, global well-being, planetary stewardship. So there's a lot. Let's go to the personal questions. Are we each taking time every day to tap in to the evolving universe? Now, I'll tell you, this is a practice. So what we want to do is tap into the zeitgeist. Where is the world going? We need to be aware of those messages, tapping into it, And also we can send it out. So if you want to bring something to the world, you should be sending it out. You need to take the time to say, hey, I'm putting this out into the universe and thinking really about what are the vibrations that we're sending, right? If we're sending, oh, I'm such a, sad person or whatever it is, that's going to be sending out, right? So being intentional about that crown chakra uh, communication with the entire, all of humanity, past and present. I know it's a lot. Okay, let's talk about product. Research trends, right? Understand what's going on, adapt to customer needs, adapt. And just a very quick, obvious example is Blockbuster did not tap into the trends, and we can see what happened to them. So we don't want to be holding and clinging to the past. We want to ask, like, where is the world going? Where is the future? How can I be part of that? How can I go and flow with the evolving world? So how does this impact? So if you're a team leader, if you're an entrepreneur, you need to be doing these practices because you want to stay grounded. You want to stay in your body, embodied wisdom as a leader. And you would love, I know it's hard to get your team members, unless you're part of a really enlightened organization, to also do these kind of practices. The better your team can tap into their embodied wisdom, the more you're going to exponentially be able to do amazing, incredible things in the world. So the more each person can tap into these different chakras, you can bring that together. So there was a great question from Tom when I did this on Monday, and that was, how can does a team have have like a chakra? It's really a collective consciousness. So if you can get your team members to be their authentic selves, then you're going to be able to leverage that all together to help bring the mission to bear. So these are really tools that you can bring to your whole team if they're open to it. Obviously, not everyone is open to that, and you will have to probably try to use the words that make sense to them. All right. So again, this is very much an art and not a science, but I'm hoping that you guys like this. You guys can have these slides. I can send them to you. All right, so now we are going to do the meditation together. So we're going to do this meditation. So again, please take a moment to put your phone or any other device on do not disturb so that you have this time for yourself. This is your time. And please make sure that you're feeling like you're able to focus. All right, next up, let's find a way to sit that's comfortable. And again, you can do these kind of things laying down. We're just going to do it seated today because it's just for expediency. All right, so we're going to start. And so if you feel comfortable closing your eyes, I welcome you to do that just so you can focus inwards. So we're going to be starting with the root chakra. So again, please find the ground with your feet. If you have slippers on, you can slip them off if that feels okay. So feeling the ground underneath your feet. So we're going to move our toes around, just noticing how those toes feel right now. And then we're going to move the ankles around. So we're just feeling the ground underneath the toes. And then let's lift the heels and lower the heels. So feeling the calves. So just activating the root chakra here. Feeling the calves. And now let's lift the leg as much as you can. I know we're probably running into dust, but just lift the whole leg up. So you're feeling up the hips. So we're going to now breathe into the legs. Breathe. You can let your legs relax. So breathing into the feet, into the legs, all the way up to the sits bones, which are the pointy protrusions from the bottom of the hips. So I'm going to be asking a few questions, and I want you just to notice anything coming up for you without any judgment, just accepting whatever's happening. There's no need to judge anything, there's no special thing to do, and just noticing. All right. So we're going to think about our physical safety. And do you feel like the things in your life right now, financially, perhaps, are you in a place where you feel safe, sustainable, that you can live? So just noticing whatever comes up, no judgment around these different questions. And then thinking about who you serve. Are you bringing them to being closer to safety, maybe financially, or providing a service that helps them feel secure in some way? Maybe helping people get trained to have a great career, whatever that is. All right, we're going to now switch over to the sacral chakra. So you could even bring your hand to below your belly button and bring maybe another hand to your sacrum. So again, just noticing whatever comes up for you as you breathe into this lower belly. So our sacrum is our sacral, sacredness, set apartness. Do you feel like you are able to be your unique self on this planet? With all your unique experiences, skills, are you able to shine? Is there anything blocking that uniqueness from coming forward? And then thinking about the thing you bring to the earth, the gift that you bring, are you really pouring in your uniqueness to that gift? Or is there something blocking you? Is it fear? What is it that might be blocking? Or if you feel you're definitely getting all your uniqueness out, just feeling how good that feels. All right, we're going to now bring our hands up to that solar plexus, so right below the ribs, above the belly button. And you can bring your other hand, if it's not tired, behind you. So as you breathe into your solar plexus, see if you can breathe into the back of the body as much as the front. Might be more of an idea. I'm noticing any emotions that come up for you as you focus on your solar plexus. So when you think about your personal power, is there anything blocking your personal power? Or do you feel like you're just fully engaging every day, bringing all the power you have to bear to the mission? And when you think about bringing your gifts to the world, is there anything that's blocking that power? Anything that's running you down, draining your power? So anything, emotions or thoughts coming up for you, everything is welcome. It's all data. All right, we're going to now move to the heart chakra. So go ahead and bring both hands right above the breastbone or right on the breastbone, right below the collarbones. You can find those collarbones. Bring your hands over the heart center. And just take a moment here to feel anything coming up for you as you touch your heart chakra. Hmm. And are you spending time every day to reconnect with your personal mission? Are you feeling like you're able to be who you are in the community that you live in, that you work with? Are you personally able to really connect with those around you? So personally, do you feel like you have the skills to serve those that you want to? Or do you feel there's skills you need to add to your arms, your strong fingers and hands? Is there something, a blocker that you know about that you just haven't prioritized? So go ahead and just feel anything coming up when I ask these questions. And then with your business or your gifts that you're bringing to the world, are you serving the community that you most resonate with? Or are you needing to reorient? All right, we're going to now move up to the third eye and the throat chakra. So first of all, we're going to bring our hands to the throat chakra and we're going to do 3 hums. So bring your hands to your throat chakra and together we're going to do 3 hums. So inhale and hum. Lightly touching your voice box. We'll do 2 more. Inhale. We'll do 1 more. Inhale. Feel the resonance through your throat, through your body, of your voice. Any emotions come as you even just touch your throat. So as you consider your voice, your message, do you feel that you're able to personally speak? Are you able to say the things you want to say? Do people hear you? Do you feel heard? Do you feel you're speaking in the right places where people resonate with your message? Are you taking time to hone your unique voice in this world? Do you feel like you're honoring yourself and giving yourself that time to develop your own unique voice? Mm. All right, we're going to now move up to the third eye. So if you want to just take one moment to open your eyes and look at me. So we're going to take our pointer finger to the third eye right above the eyebrows. And then we're going to take the middle finger. Don't poke yourself. If you're wearing glasses, go ahead and take them off. So we're going to take the middle finger to the bridge of the nose, and then the thumb is going to come to the ears. So we're going to make this sort of little triangle thing. And then once you figure it out, and if it feels uncomfortable, you don't need to really worry about it too much. So if you feel like you've figured it out, you can close your eyes again. All right. So we're going to tap into this intuition here. So our third eye is constantly getting data from the world and from our body, and it's trying to process it and understand it. So we're just going to feel this, breathe in and honor your intuition. So anything that's coming up as you touch this area. And if your arms are too tired, feel free to put your arms down. You can leave them here if this is feeling okay. So we're going to take a moment to feel emotions in our body and just honor and recognize them. You may have multiple emotions coming up for you for all the different chakras. So just take a moment to breathe into the manifestation, the affect of the emotions that are being fed into your intuition right now. Again, if your arms ever get tired, you could take a break or just leave them on your lap. So just breathing into the emotions, noticing with no judgment. Emotions are data. And are you taking time every day to notice your emotional state after challenging interactions, after the end of the day, the beginning of the day? All right. Now we're going to listen to our thoughts. So if your arms are tired, go ahead and set them down. I'm going to go ahead and set mine down. So noticing your thoughts without judgment, just we're going to take 1 minute to listen to the chatter in our mind objectively. So do a little summary. What were the thoughts about? Were they all different? Was it a train of thoughts? Were they sporadic? Just getting to know the chatter on your mind is so valuable. Just noticing if your mind is in a rut or if you're worrying about something, and say, hey, it's okay. We're going to figure this out. Okay. So our mind is constantly trying to tell us things, our intuition, our subconscious. So just taking time and then think about, how are you getting data on the gifts you're bringing to the world? Is it working? Is it resonating? Do you have systems set up so that you can gather data systematically and bring it in so that you can feed your intuition? All right. We're going to move to the crown. So we'll all take our hands. We're not going to keep them here for the whole time because I know it's tiring to hold your hands up. So go ahead and find the crown of the head. We're going to do some tapping. So just feeling the crown chakra here. So you can go around. All right. A few more taps. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and let your hands just rest. And we're just going to notice anything coming. We're going to connect to the divine, which means whatever that is for you. And notice anything coming up for you as you connect the universal consciousness, God consciousness, Buddha consciousness, whatever words resonate with you. The eternal, the evolving. So are you taking time every day to connect to that bigger picture, your purpose, your connection with the divine, and how you fit into it? Do you believe and feel in your whole body the truth that you were put here for a reason to help whatever that purpose of the divine is? And you feel it through your whole body? And what are the sensations in your body when you consider this? All right. And then what are you sending out? Are you intentionally sending something out? Are you unintentionally sending out messages into the zeitgeist? And if you were to go ahead and just send something right now, go ahead and do it. What is it that you want to send out? Mm. All right. So we're going to go ahead and wiggle those feet. We're going to just do a quick scan through the whole body and just savor anything that comes up. So wiggle the feet. You can move your hips around, bring your hands to the belly, breathing into the lower belly, and then bring the hands to the solar plexus. Bring your hands to the heart chakra. Breathe into the throat chakra. Touch the third eye once more. And then feel in the crown. Nice. All right. So softly open your eyes. So that was a 20-minute, 19.5-minute full body chakra meditation. And